tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics as they play against the Sacramento Kings. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brett Perry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. T.A., take it away.
Hey, Kevin. Most people know that the Celtics are big proponents of analytics. And their star Jason Tatum said, it's helped me a lot, knowing what works best. It starts by attacking the basket, trying to get more layups and free throws. That opens up the game. Not avoiding mid-range shots, but getting in the rhythm first. And it's been working. Kevin?
It sure has. Thanks, D.A. Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Barnes and Bagley, the duo with the forward. Halliburton is out there with De'Aaron Fox, and it's Whiteside at the center position. And for the Celtics, Walker and Smart, the guards. Round the small floor with Tatum holding down the fourth spot. And it's Williams at the pivot spot, manning the middle. A lot of teams with a lot of new players, Greg, this time of year can be a real challenge to mesh.
No doubt. Getting everybody on the same page sometimes, it can take time. And then you have to build that trust. Weathering the storms together will obviously help you do that. And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. The pass to Halliburton. Back to Fox. Count it, good.
Fox just found a little bit of space there, and he burned the defense.
Tatum on the wing. Lets it go from deep. Williams. And Williams is right there.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Here's Halliburton. Great D that time from Tatum. Last outing for Sacramento, they won that game against the Wizards. Back to Smart, pass to Walker. The Celtics working the ball around now. Brown, good.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Now here's Barnes. 11 points for him in that last game against the Wizards in Washington. Right side, no good.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
Brown against Barnes. Tatum on the wing. The kick out to Walker. 5 on the clock. The three. And it's Jason Tatum with a three. Tatum's got 5.
And right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
They need this. And it's Fox with the jam.
How about Fox getting up on the inside? Love to see the point guard rise up.
And De'Aaron Fox, one of those hyper-athletic point guards, but still more slender build than a Westbrook or in their primes, John Wall, Derrick Rose. Do you think he needs to get stronger?
Well, I think that's a great question, and you could take it 2 ways. Yes, physically, and yes, mentally. He's getting a ton of minutes in the early part of his career, and De'Aaron Fox is learning how to be a better leader. So the answer, does he need to get stronger? He is.
And here's Halliburton following Jaylen Brown's three. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Good on the three-point shot.
Out of their last hot takes, how about all 5 from long range?
The Kings trail by 13. Barnes outside. Back to Fox. Tatum against Bagley. They get a hand on it and stolen by Tatum. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Bagley with the rebound. Kings have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Celtics leading by 13. Walker the pass to Tatum. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
A platoon swap here for Sacramento. The Celtics shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And so it's Joseph with it. He'll bring it up for the Kings. Their last encounter was in Sacramento.
It wasn't even close in their last matchup, and their offense just wasn't ready to compete at that level.
And Holmes throws it down.
And no doubt, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Brett. Thompson right side. Passes to Ojale. Over Bielitsa. Count that one from Ojale.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Now here's Joseph. Puts it up from 12. Robinson misses.
I tell you what, the defense should sing Christmas cards for that miss.
Pass to Ojale. Enters the triple. Joseph with the rebound. The Kings trail by 16. Cloak loose. Here's Heald. And then Heald with the dunk.
Well, with a young perimeter player like Heald is operating in the pick and roll with that kind of effectiveness, he can become dangerous.
Tatum finds Fournier. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Here's Heald. Following the basket by Evan Fournier. Heald dishes to Joseph. Bielitsa against Fournier. Shot by Joseph, no good. Celtics leading by 16. Now the pass to Ojale. Here's Pritchard. He's covered by Joseph. Pritchard gets the bucket.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
In a fast break now for the Celtics. Lays it in off the breakaway. Pritchard's got 5 now.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Holmes against Thompson. And they get it. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
The Kings shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for. Around 80% on the season.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Thompson. And Mo Wagner is subbed in for Jason Tatum. And a change for Sacramento. Parker's checked in.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
One-on-one here. Here's Pritchard. And the rejection by Holmes. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Six seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Fournier for 3, unable to get that one. We're at the end of the first quarter, and what a blowout already in this one. Celtics out in front, delivering the blowout. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a very convincing performance from the Celtics so far.
Just stretching out the floor that first, they had the defense scrambling.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, it's the kind of thing that happens.
The Kings trail by 21. On the court right now for the Kings. Joseph and Heald make up the backcourt. Bielitsa is out there with Parker, and it's Holmes in at the 5, roaming the paint. Heald kicks to Bielitsa. Outside, Joseph. Shot clock at 6. Here's Pritchard. He's covered by Joseph. Pritchard passes to Thompson. Here's Neesmith. Pass to Pritchard. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by the Kings.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And that one, good.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Now, here's Joseph. Floats one, and it's good on the way in. Joseph's got his first points in this one.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
And Buddy Hield is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Bagley, he's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Harrison Barnes comes in for Bielitsa. Halliburton's checked in for Buddy Hield. And it's Fox in for Joseph. Now, here's Fox. Against Washington, he was really on his game. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Now, here's Fournier. Following the missed shot by De'Aaron Fox. A shot by Pritchard, no good.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Neesmith, the pass to Fournier. Here's Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
I think opposing coaches have nightmares about De'Aaron Fox being out in transition. We got to see why right there.
And now, the first time out called here for Boston.
Giving up a one here, can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a fourth? I'm not sure.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Whiteside's checked in for the Kings. And here's Tatum for 3. Good on the triple. Tatum's got 11 points.
And you see good instincts. Tatum gets buckets, and his game is power.
Oh, Tatum in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Man, and Tatum gets up on these alley-oops, has a great grasp of when to attack and exploit the opponent.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento. And with this opportunity, we can show you this season's top shot blocking team. The Kings in third.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
The Kings have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. On the wing, Barnes gets the three-pointer to fall. Barnes has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Pretty reliable from that area on the floor. Harrison Barnes comfortable rising up and shooting from there.
The Celtics working the ball around now. Smart finds Brown. Passes it to Williams. Now here's Tatum. Clock is at 3. The Celtics need to get a shot off. That one goes in. Williams has got his second bucket of the game to go.
A young guy with maturity, awareness, and a feel for the game. Tatum is special.
Here's Fox. Yep, that one goes in there.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Now here's Brown. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Nuggets in Denver.
And De'Aaron Fox has staked his claim. Said baseline to baseline with the ball in my hands, I'm the fastest player in the league.
He very well might be. I mean, he is a terror in the open floor, and that speed burst just puts so much pressure on any retreating defense.
Awesome ability to focus there by Tatum. I mean, he just has a feel and a belief in what he's doing out there.
Moves back up. Bagley dishes to Fox. Count the basket. Fox has got 8 here in the quarter.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
It's stolen by Bagley. A pass to Fox. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Taking a look at Boston. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum.
And when you look at Boston, they've got their sights set pretty darn high right now. After what they've done this season, their goal is nothing short of a title.
A massive amount of confidence, tremendous swagger with this team. They believe in themselves. That might be all it takes to get them where they want to go. Defense shaking their heads, no idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
Walker against Fox. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Walker picks one up.
This is where De'Aaron Fox can be so good, just forcing the issue on the drive when he puts those jets to work.
Mo Wagner's checked in for Boston. Jimmy Ojale comes in for Marcus Smart. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Rashawn Holmes is checked in for Whiteside. Bielitsa comes in for Marvin Bagley. Robinson's checked in for Barnes. And it's Buddy Hield in for Halliburton. Now here's Walker. 9-point game his last outing. Here's Ojale. No good on the 3. And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for the Kings. They defeated the Wizards in their last one.
And you gotta love a team that can maintain its composure on the road. Take good shots and knock them down with confidence.
Well, awesome to see in that last game how the motion in their offense didn't stop because they were in some hostile territory.
The Kings trail by 20. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Fox. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
To the inside. It's going by Hield. By himself. And it's Fox with the jam.
Got to be aware of Buddy Hield on the defensive end, too. His quickness, let him exploit that.
Here's Brown. And will count. Oh, he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Well, a grand finale to the half. Great shot from distance to give his team the momentum right before the buzzer.
What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for Boston. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with head coach Brad Stevens. Coach, what did you think was the main edge you had?
Well, I thought defensively we were a lot better, and then that led to some offense. But obviously, we're playing a bunch of skilled guys, and we're able to spread the floor, and that's helpful.
You have to make them work at both ends. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So far, a pretty lopsided game, but still one half to play. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. There was no stopping Jason Tatum in the first half. He had 18 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And taking a look at the Celtics, Kenny, what did you see out there?
I love how they opened the game. They pushed the ball up court at every opportunity, and they put the defense on their heels. But it wasn't just a tactic. It was a well-thought-out strategy that the coaches had way beforehand. We'll see what adjustments get made to try to stop their transition game in the second half.
Shaq, what's your take on Sacramento?
Well, the bottom line is they got to defend the three-point line much better. They were concentrating all their effort into protecting the paint, and these guys were standing behind the line. Yakum, Splaka Kataya. And that strategy backfired. I mean, they gave them far too many open looks, and all those threes killed them.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joe, what up?
The game from De'Aaron Fox.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Round the small floor with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. Walker and Smart, the guard. And it's Williams at the center filling out the middle. That's the group for Brad Stevens. Getting going here in the second half. And the call will be against Marvin Bagley. That's his first foul. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Celtics leading by 19. It's stolen. And Fox with a clear path to the basket.
Tough matchup here, and Fox has it going right now. The lefty getting some room and making it happen.
Here's Smart. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Now, here's Halliburton. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Barnes can't get it to go.
Not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And there's no excuse for allowing Brown to get that deep. He's just brilliant at jamming it down the defense's throat.
Fox against Walker. Fox with it. 22 points for him. Barnes outside. 5 to shoot. And the floater. He takes it up and lays it in. Barnes has got 5 now. Greg, with your son getting drafted, you join the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duo.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Adidas Sabonis in Portland and remember DeMontis as a little kid. Now he's an all-star last year. You know, I think they're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad that's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Now here's Williams, following the miss by Kemba Walker. And here's Tatum for 3. No good on that one. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. There's the pass to Halliburton. Fox drops in the layup for 2. Fox has got 4 this quarter.
Fox getting in, nifty scoring there, not hesitating inside.
Over in the corner, Brown. That's a 2 from Barnes. It's hauled in by Brown.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And the dunk by Tatum.
Shifty, elusive offensively. Tatum's scoring potential is through the roof.
Fox goes in. And Boston with the rebound. Earlier, they have a 23-point lead. On deep. And Tatum the bucket on the assist from Smart. Smart's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Now, here is Halliburton. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. The shot's good.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Celtics leading by 20. Here's Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
A terrific athlete at that wing with good pounds. Tatum, fun to watch.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now, here in the third. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum getting it done today.
Just killing it from deep. They've got to be all up in his jersey at all times. Give him even an inch. You're just asking for him to drop another triple one.
And the new group in for the Celtics. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Williams. Mo Wagner comes in for Tatum. Ojale is checked in for Kemba Walker. And Fournier subbed in for Smart. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Rashawn Holmes is checked in for Parker. Bialica comes in for Bagley. Robinson's checked in for Harrison Barnes. And Hield subbed in for Halliburton. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. Four on the clock. It's hauled in by Cornette. Boston leading by 22. To the left side wing. It's stolen by Heel. From the arc. Kings with the first shot clock. It's blocked. And here's Brown. He's got 14. That's to Wagner. From deep three-point range, Robinson pulls it in.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
It's tipped. Here's Fournier. Plays it up and banks it in. Fournier's got 6.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Drills it from outside.
He has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Left in the third quarter of the game.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of his team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Brown against Fox. At the top of the key, Heel. Again, the miss by the King. On offense, here are the Celtics. They're on an 18-6 run. Brown against Fox. And it's Brown missing. And for Sacramento, they're shooting a pretty brutal 29% since the break. Passes it to Heel. Here's Holmes. And it's Wagner with the rebound.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
And really deep through that time. Brown's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Celtics. Fires for 3. Fox, no good.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
And so it's the Boston Celtics out there all by themselves with a 32-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We've got more in store for you right after this. Walton had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Plenty of time. Hey, we aren't going to do it at one possession. Get stopped. It has to be on the defensive end.
I like the way that Luke is, Greg, looking at the big picture.
I mean, no reason to rush anything. If they take their time here, they can steal this.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the fourth. Riley is out there with Whiteside. Then it's Corey Joseph. Then it's Robinson. And it's Jeffries in its small forward. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Now, here's Brown. Pass to Pritchard. Here's Cornette, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Now catching the lead pass at full speed, terrific anticipation, and the delivery on time, on target.
Here's Joseph, 8 feet away. Here's Whiteside, lays it up off the glass.
You have to do a lot of things defensively to prevent Hassan Whiteside from scoring. He is just an Adonis out there. Look at that body, and still gets those shots to go like he did there.
Here's Cornette. Sacramento grabs the miss.
right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Outside for Robinson. Whiteside trying to break free. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
There's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Austin making some changes. Thompson, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. And it's Jason Tatum in for Brown. And then for Sacramento, Jabari Parker's checked in for Bielitsa. And James up in for Robinson. And the shot goes down. Jeffries got 4 points in the quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something that I can honestly say, as a kid, you dream about a lot of things, winning, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
Here is Jeffries. Joseph finds James. Just 5 on the clock. His first shot coming late. The shot missing. Now Boston takes it the other way. The 3 from Tatum. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. For Sacramento, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. The pass to Joseph. And Brent, many players said shooting in the bubble was easier. What's your take on that?
Well, I appreciate you asking me the question, Kevin. I thought about that a lot as I was watching the playoffs last season, and I thought 2 things. One, familiar sight lines. You're going to the same gym to see the same rims over and over and over, and then maybe the extenuating circumstances of no crowd. So feeling like you're in an empty gym, one that...
There he goes.
You don't know me jumping on a play like that. I don't he was up there, Kevin.
Tell you what, don't sleep on Tatum. He has some ups. And I love seeing him trying to electrify the crowd.
Joseph down low. Whiteside, and he comes up with the deuce. Whiteside's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, so reliable. He clearly needs to be more involved in the offense as they try to shrink this lead.
It's really easy to appreciate Tatum's ability. Doesn't back away from the contact when he's in attack mode at the rim.
First free throw is good. And so Tatum nails them both. Well, we know it was a different kind of preseason for this year as the start of the season was delayed. Is that something that players like or don't like?
Old guys love it, Kevin. Young guys need the time, but given the circumstances around trying to get the NBA season not just started, but eventually back on the regular calendar that we're used to, this is something that every team has been dealt, and you've just got to play your cards wisely.
Up top, Tatum. He's covered by Joseph. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. And good that time.
They start that play with aggressive defense, finish with aggressive offense.
Well, a lot of times coaches will tell you that if you play great defense, you're going to get a reward for good possession all the way around. And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
Kings have gotten 7 of their 8 shots to fall here in the fourth. A tremendous offensive output. Bounce pass, Joseph. And Whiteside with the basket on the assist from Joseph. 6 points for Hassan Whiteside.
Getting physical with Whiteside doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to slow him down.
Boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the ref to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Mo Wagner's checked in for Boston. Jimmy Ogilvy comes in for Jason Tatum. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
At 7 feet tall, Whiteside is always a threat for the high percentage dunk.
Here's Ojale. It's hauled in by the Kings. Stripped it away. As to Wagner. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Something that was floated as an idea last season, a second bubble in Chicago. Britt, do you think eliminated teams deserve to finish their seasons?
I really don't, Kevin, for the sake of the matter that we're talking about people's health and the risk involved around players, their families, their extended families. If you didn't qualify, if your team wasn't good enough at the point that the season was suspended, I agree with the way the league went about the teams that were invited to compete in Orlando and to let the other teams spend the time, the most important time, with their family being safe, secure, and preparing themselves for what was next. And the personality of Whiteside can be infectious when he's engaged, and there are times when I think the coaching staff tries to draw that out of him, make him more competitive, more consistent.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Celtics.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jason Tatum.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Passes it to Whiteside. After trying to free himself up. Whiteside, no good.
Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Williams passes to Wagner. And the Kings pushing it up now. Shot by Joseph, no good. Back to Williams. Here's Wagner. Misses. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by 20.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play